Have to believe.
All right, Heather.
Take it away.
Hi, Madam Leader. How are you?
Hi, Heather.
In recent months, we've seen several Democrats intensify their push for President Trump to be impeached through forced House floor votes, repeated statements by senior members like Congresswoman Waters, and a multi-million-dollar ad campaign from a prominent donor. So my question to you is, it's actually a two-parter. How worried are you that this kind of charged rhetoric will cost you voters in key swing districts? And how open are you to pursuing impeachment if you win back the House, depending on the Mueller probe, the outcome?
Well, I'm not, impeachment to me is a divisive issue, unless there's something so conclusive as we saw. Well, you didn't, you weren't born, but those of us saw. It's history to you, it's our youth. But when we saw in Watergate, it became inevitable. It was bipartisan. So that is, I thought what the Republicans did to President Clinton was totally, completely wrong and hypocritical, by the way, for many reasons on their part. When we took the majority, many people want us to impeach President Bush for the war in Iraq, which was one of the biggest mistakes our country ever made. And I still take heat on the left for should have impeached him. I'm like, which one? I mean, what are we talking about now? But unless you have bipartisan consensus, impeachment is a divisive issue in the country. Many people would think it was being done for political reasons. Yeah, you know, really, the president today, he'll prove further how dangerous he is when we'll see what he does. Hopefully he'll do the right thing on Iran, but that's just hopefully. But that's a different story than grounds for impeachment. So I've just said to folks that I wish you wouldn't be, you can talk about it in your district. In my district, it's a very popular issue, but it's not the path that we should go on. It takes attention away from the connection we have to make to people about their financial stability, which includes, they ask me, what are the three most important issues? Our children, their health, their education, the economic security of their families, the pension security of their seniors, clean, healthy atmosphere in which they can thrive, a world at peace in which they could reach their fulfillment. That's what we should be talking about. Impeachment is a distraction, as are all these shows that only talk about the president and the court and the this and the that. It's important. It's our responsibility to protect and defend our Constitution. So we have a responsibility to make sure that that is all honored. But in terms of winning for what I think is necessary for our country to win, well beyond the Democrats, I don't think. Now, I'm not walking away from impeachment for political reasons, and I'm not walking toward it for political reasons. I just think it's divisive. And I think what we should do is always try to unify. Always try to unify. Our founders, they gave us guidance. E pluribus unum, from many one. They couldn't possibly imagine how many we would be or how different we would be. But they knew we had to be one. And to the extent that we can make progress, advance the causes that we care about in a way that is unifying, we should do that. I don't think that impeachment. Now, depending on what Mueller comes, what's his title now? Special counsel, yeah. One of the official, the special counsel Mueller comes up with. That's a different subject. But we're not at that place now, and I don't think on the basis of they've done bad things in terms of impeding the investigation in the House and the rest of that. But in the meantime, this is, and people think that some of this other stuff is just a distraction from addressing their concerns. And you have to give it's hard to say, President Trump credit. He struck a nerve. He persuaded some lovely people to vote for him. But for what the policies that he has there, it's not really in their interest. And that's the message that we have to convey. The policies of the Republicans in Congress, getting it back to them, mean to you in your life?